That's better. Now we're seeing the right camera. My bad. So yeah, getting a little support on for me. Got some doTERRA peppermint. Muscle testing says I need it. Bringing in some energy. That feels nice. Hello, I see someone is watching. Introduce yourself. How's that the cheer go from back in my high school football days? Hey crowd, yeah. Hey crowd, yeah. Introduce yourself. No way. Introduce yourself. Okay. Apparently I'm feeling very good today, right? A little joking, a little laughing. And innate inability to type. All right. Things are going much better this way. I believe I moved my internet so I can plug directly into my stream, which is going to limit the delays. Hopefully. Of course, sometimes that's out of my control, as we all know, right? There we are. Ah! All right. So let's lower this camera just a bit since I fiddled with it. Good. All right. So hey, here we are. And my intention today was to go on right at 11:11. I did twice. Third time started at 11:13. So the angel number 11:11. Seeing 11:11 is an invitation to wake to experiencing the bigger picture and to start turning into the realms of spirit. Take a breath, quiet your mind, and focus within to tune into the messages your guides and angels have for you now. That's from Melanie Beckler at askangels.com. Thank you, Melanie. Can we wake up and see the bigger picture? Can we tune in to everything that's going on around us? Can I talk to myself about food for half an hour or so? That's okay, because I know someone, somewhere, this video is going to help them. In whatever way, shape, or form that is. Who knows? It might even just help me. Maybe this is all about me today. And what came up for me today is relationship with food. And I discovered a couple weeks ago I have not had a healthy relationship with food. Which, if we go to the judgment look, right? I'm not overweight. Skin looks mostly healthy. I'm not sick. So why would food be a big deal? Well, here we preach over and over again about balance, right? So when I was younger, I came up today, I don't really remember eating a lot. We ate the same things over and over again every single day. That was what we did. I know I was not grounded as a child, so food was just food. And then later on, I began lifting and working out, and it was all about eat as much as you can. You gotta get that protein in you, right? Protein builds muscle, blah, blah, blah. We've all heard that before. So then I'm overindulging. I'm eating eggs after eggs after eggs, eating entire, not servings. I think there's 4 or 5 servings, and if you've ever had hamburger helper lasagna, ooh, it's good. Eating an entire pound of burger, pound and a half of burger, with the noodles and everything in one sitting. Again, still was not grounded at that time in my life, and actually dealing with more emotional turmoil and trauma in my head. And then learned muscle testing and started muscle testing everything. And I had to be perfect. It's got to be this way. It's got to be this way. And a couple months ago, I ended up getting some pretty severe allergies, blaming it all on the weeds out behind our house because they had grown to an astronomical size. And I spent 1 week eating pineapple and cherries because that's the only thing that I could test positive for that would help me. But nothing ever helped. And lo and behold, it wasn't a specific allergy thing to any food or things. I must have had an infection in my ear, a little colloidal silver and hydrogen peroxide in there, and cleared it right up. Allergies went away, and haven't had an allergy in 3 weeks. I've also stopped muscle testing so much for food because I was talking to it about my wife, and she says, stop being such a hard ass on your food. Just freaking eat. Now, it doesn't mean I'm going to go out and eat a whole tub of ice cream in a sitting, or a big old bag of cookies, and I'm not going to have cookies in my house because I know that's a weakness for me, and if I eat too much sugar, my immune system goes down, and we don't want to do that. So what is your relationship with food? Check in, tune in. Is mine 100%? No. I still felt a little twinge in my gut when I asked you what your relationship was. And I attempted to put a poll on here. What's your relationship with food? Healthy? Needs work? Or, I don't know what you're talking about. Food's just food, right? And that's where we want to bring in that consciousness into our life so that we know when we are making a mistake. We know when there's something that we're eating that's not specifically good for us. Now, I'm not just saying sugar. Apples, right? There's lots of varieties of apples. And I was teaching a class one day, and I was showing people muscle testing and how fast the body responds to a positive and negative answer. And I had a young man on the table, and we put a Fuji apple on his belly, and his legs stayed solid and in alignment. We put a Honeycrisp apple on his belly, and he immediately felt bad, and his legs came shockingly really far out of alignment. And that's our body's intuition. It knows automatically, even when you think about it, your body immediately knows. And that's where muscle testing comes in. But the kicker about muscle testing is if you're not grounded, muscle testing won't work. Okay, and there's lots of other things to it. Also, you might look it up and say people say you're switched. I don't know the other stuff. All I know is if I'm not grounded, or if my ego is really big about the question, I will force an answer to be correct, or force an answer to get it to answer my way, the way I want the outcome to come. And that's the trick, right? So yeah, if you're out there, introduce yourself if you feel comfortable. If you have a question about how maybe I could help you today, question about food, question about your body, what you could do differently, put it out there. Because your question will help you, your question will help me, and your question might help somebody else in the future. And that's what we're all doing here. Helping ourselves, helping others. All right. So let's see what book comes to life today in relation to food. I remember that little microphone-y. All right. So we've got a book from the Tapping Solution. They've done a lot of great work in tapping. They have a new app that you can download and help you along with your journey. Who knows if this is actually going to come through for food or not. All we know is me or somebody else is going to need what comes through. Okay, so what came through is Chapter 10, Making Money and Achieving Your Dreams. In relation to food, right? And they're asking what your tree looks like. Alright, so it says here, fill out your own tree to get a visual representation of your financial situation. Sometimes it's painful when you see it all on paper. You see the reality of what you think and feel and how you act. But in this case, that can be a good thing. Having a visual representation of your financial beliefs, all the ideas you've been consciously and unconsciously carrying around, will help you recognize the reality of your situation and will give you the concrete steps you need to change it. Leads represent side effects. The leads represent your current financial situation. Be honest about where you are. If you're in debt, that's an effect, so write it in. If your salary is not high enough to pay the bills, write it in. If you don't have a job, or you make a good living but always seem to struggle to pay bills, write that in. Include everything that represents your current financial situation. The branches are emotions. How do you feel about your financial situation? Are you angry? Are you sad? Are you frustrated? Do you get annoyed by the whole thing? Are you embarrassed by it? Ashamed? How does money make you feel? How does sharing messages or passion with the world make you feel? Trunk are events. What was happening in your life around money, finances, your career? What was negative? Do you remember your first job? Do you know what your parents' financial situations were when they were growing up? Can you remember any specific negative childhood experiences around money? Was money talked about at the dinner table or around the house? And the roots, the limiting beliefs. This is where your real action is. What do you believe about money? What do you believe about following your passion? What do you believe about your career? Say out loud, money is, and fill in the blank again and again. And I suppose we could use that for food too, right? How you feel about food, any negative reactions to food, any negative memories about food, and, what's your passion? What does food mean to you? Back in the day, lifting weights, food was a necessity to get big. But the problem was, even though I was big, I weighed 200 pounds at one time. And indeed looked big, but if I wrestled with a friend of mine, he'd throw me around, and this guy weighed 50 pounds less than I did. So that didn't make any sense. And apparently I just realized that my GoPro is full. So that has gone away. So yeah. Let's see. What am I thinking of here? Oh, so in this book from the Tapping Solution or any of those books, you can change all of the words that they have to fit where you're at in your life. So draw a picture. Draw a tree with leaves and branches and a trunk and roots, and write down your wording about food and how it's affected you, what you think about it, what you feel about it. Does the food that you intake promote your health, well-being? Your ability to wake to experience the bigger picture and start turning into the realms of spirit. Take a breath, quiet your mind, and focus within to tune into the messages your guides and angels have for you now. All right. So we'll do some search here. All right. So this is for everyone. These are the emotions that come up around food for whomever may be listening. See, helpless, hurt, insignificant, angry, insignificant, hurt. So notice hurt and insignificant keep coming back up. It's peeling the layers, okay? Each layer has a different memory, emotion, incident that keeps you from being able to connect to the true value of food. Nutrition, keeping yourself healthy, boosting your immune system. And it can just be fun. Let's see. Helpless. Insignificant. And we're going to bring in some positive words. Energetic. Stimulating. Sexy. Delightful. And now when you hear these words, integrate tapping into the words and talk about the words that come up in relation to food. Okay, so those are the words that are coming up today in relation to food. And some meridians are coming up. So the stomach meridian, critical. You've been critical to yourself about what food you eat? Ever been criticized? Feeding, groundedness, intolerance, rejection, strength. I discovered back in the day I used to use food to feel something, to bring myself into my body, because I was so out of my mind. So as long as my belly hurt, I knew I was still alive. Who knows? All right, some Ayurvedic ideas coming to light. We need to release Pitta energy. And you can look these things up, find what makes sense for you from what one person or another has written about it. And Pitta imbalance, or Pitta people are intelligent, powerful, with clear, focused mind that make it easy for them to succeed, aggressive and competitive in nature. So if you're being overly aggressive and competitive, or if that's not your usual tendency, but you find yourself being that way, you know you've got too much Pitta. There are certain foods that you can eat, certain movements, certain, I hate to say exercise, but yoga positions that you can use with intention of balancing the Pitta. All right, and then we're going to bring in some support energy to round out our day. So bringing in energy from the south, play, love, and laughter. Bringing a little support. Our support fire. There we go. And also need to burn a little sage for us. Help us clear. Still bringing in the south. Play, love, and laughter. Do you play? Do you love? Do you laugh? If you don't, fake it and tap until it feels as though you can genuinely laugh. Southwest. Play, love, and laughter and support for the end of your story, releasing attachments that are keeping you from being able to play, love, and laugh. Old memories, old emotions. Accidents, injuries, surgeries. Back to just the South. Play, love, and laughter. Feel your heart trying to open, trying to accept love, loving of yourself, loving of others, loving of something. West, ending attachments. So you can be present here now, in this moment. This moment's the only one that matters. Nothing else matters. Bringing moon energy, feminine energy, softness, calm, peace. Again, West. End of your day, stopping ending attachments, releasing attachment. Very nice. All right. So I hope you find value in this session today. Remember, you can go on my website. On the support page is most of everything that I test for. On my YouTube page, you will find all these videos, as well as more. So I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.